Mark in the count. The swing arm now coming back as our countdown continues.
Good afternoon to all of you who are on the West Coast like myself and this guy. Good evening to all of you on the East Coast like those guys. And hello to everybody else, everywhere else. How's it going? I'm Brick Something, and I'm joined today by some awesome folks, good friends who have actually, two of whom have sat through this kind of experience with me before. We've got Oz and Ed over there. What's going on, guys?
What's up, brother? Good to see you. Good to be here.
And last Sunday, if you're watching the news, Joe and I hung out for a little bit, and Joe was like, duh, he's no brainer to be in there. He should have been here from the first one because like he is the OG of all of us in terms of Four Horsemen stuff in general. But Cosmic and Mythic Legions, like this guy is the complete of the complete, you madman. So sure. Joe G is back. What's going on, man?
Happy to be here. Thanks for having me, guys.
So, yeah, today is going to be fun. We were just saying this right before first off, the premise. There's in about, 37 minutes or so on the East Coast or in Raleigh. Durham. In Durham, at IshCon, the Four Horsemen Studios are about to do a live stream revealing their next big wave, next full wave for Cosmiclegions, the Oxkrewe Book 2. And so that's going to be happening, and we're going to do a live watch along, just like the three of us did the last time for Agbender, and then Ed and I did for the Rising Suns.
Oh, Rising Suns, yeah.
So the premise is basically like, this stuff is awesome. These reveals are great. But it's way more fun when like you're hanging out with other fans. I've told the story the first time Ed and I did this, that like my first like live watch along, not on stream or anything, was by myself in this room, like with figures out, watching G-Con for N.E.W.S. And I was like, man, I wish I recorded that because that would have been funny to watch. Just like this guy in the room by himself going, whoa! So it'd be more fun.
That's how we all feel, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
So I figured, well, let's get other folks on, and that's what we're doing today. So while then, first off, let me say thank you to everybody who's been waiting. I see you all. Let's go ahead and say hello. I'll do that first, and then I'll continue. First and foremost, Master Versal Toy Hunter, aka Eldor, here, number one. Oh man, recovering. Hold on a second. That's not a good host.
No, that's okay. I've got a face for radio, anyways. It's fine.
There you go. Cover up that guy. Hey, what's up, Eldor? Good to see you. Oz is in the house, both in the chat and in person. Nolan, great to see you, man, and thank you for being patient. Yeah, I had some tech issues trying to remember how do I get the stream going, blah, 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 and sound. So we're here. But everybody's been back here on time, like no problem. Right, Ed?
Absolutely. I wouldn't miss this for a stripper, slather, and bacon grease.
Oh, there you go. Ooh. Ed is, in fact, here and in the chat. Look, this
Ed might be slightly more dedicated than I am. So.
I can't believe that.
Slightly. It's debatable.
I draw a line, guys. It's like I've got the figures, but some of those other things sound real good.
Yeah, I mean, I can't catch her on the replay,
Hey, Carol, great to see you. Thank you for showing up. Hey, what's up, John? Hey, friends, great to see you. Awesome. Let's see. Anybody else? And Game Quest. Hello. Yeah, Saturday News special edition cover story, because there's some good stuff that we're all about to have unveiled for us by the Four Horsemen today. So anyway, that's the premise. We're going to do the live watch along. Let me go ahead and, look, this is the last time you'll see us all big and pretty, because let me go ahead and move us out of the way, because in a little bit, we're going to see this. And so that is the stream sort of waiting to happen. I put the link in earlier, but let me go ahead and do that again. Let's see. I actually made this bit.ly link just because, the whole like YouTube thing is just so not user friendly. But if you go to bit.ly/Oxkrewe-book-2, you will head over there, or you can just go to Four Horsemen's page and kind of like do the maneuvering from there. But the idea would be for you to head over to that stream and have that open for sure. Like, honestly, that's the main show. And as I've said to people, it's like, hey, I would love to hang out with you. But if for some reason you can't do the sort of like 2-screen watch along thing, like, we're cool. You guys are great. I love you three. But like, obviously what's happening in Durham is like way more exciting. So
that's why we're all, oh yes.
If you have to watch one, watch that. If you can do two, hang out with us here and chat with us and tell us what you're thinking. Okay. That said, I've told these guys I actually have been super busy and not been like following what's going on in the Cabal, like seeing the Instagram posts. But can you help get me up to speed in terms of I've seen a little bit of talk around lore bits and stuff, but what are we actually talking about here? What's going on with Oxkrewe Book 2 in terms of what the Four Horsemen have put out there?
So really, we hadn't gotten too much into this aside from they made one of their little blog posts earlier this week, which actually I can drop that link for anybody else that wants to see in the chat. Grab that. So, if you follow along with the Source Horsemen, there's not a lot of lore out for a lot of this stuff, but they do these blog posts. They do them for both Cosmic, they do them for Mythic, and they'll generally drop little story bits in to kind of help flesh out what's coming in the next wave. So as we know from the first Oxkrewe Book 1, they're stranded on this planet, and that's what's going on. Now they've set up camp, but they've got to move, and there's apparently a lot of hostiles in the way. Ooh. Very, very retro style sci-fi, which we definitely got those feels from the first Oxkrewe drop with everything. And now here we are again, kind of that continued story. These guys got to go kind of across a wasteland where there's hostiles anticipated. They're trying to call for some support. But yeah, I mean, it's really, really cool because they've been putting out distress signals trying to get picked up from planet Thraxxon.
Ooh, okay. So you're going to have to help me out here. So I think I'm generally following what you're throwing down, but
yeah, a little bit of the plot. Kern Ray shows up with a couple associates that were blurred out in the photograph that they posted. They needed a science officer. They had captured one of the Oxkrewe. They returned them in exchange for the science officer going with them. Without going too much into it, because I don't remember every detail, but the Oxkrewe got desperate. The communication officer, a Tusk vessel, answered their distress signal, and they decided to respond.
Okay.
So, it seemed like something they weren't happy about, but at the same time, it might be good for us because we could get some more Tusk figures.
Nice. Okay, so we're talking Cosmiclegions. We're in the world of Cosmerium. This was the wave that was released last year or revealed last year at PowerCon. And that sort of set up the background. So if you're wondering and you're new to this, just heads up, that's what we're talking about. It's based on the sort of part of the Cosmiclegion story that was sort of, I guess, established or revealed last time. And now they're on this planet, and everything that Oz said is true for this newest wave. And let's see where the wave is. And that'd be
Harrow Zone.
Harrow Zone. Okay. And so everything that you mentioned, I was going to ask Oz, that was based on this one entry, or are there additional?
There are additional entries leading up to this.
I was talking about the two. Yeah.
Got it.
Those two right there.
Got it. So I remember these are the ones that were sort of revealed and kind of have set up the story thus far for this scene. I do want to backtrack a little bit and go big picture. Even before then, when we were introduced to this world, it kind of set up like different factions, right? You just mentioned Tusk, Joe.
Yes.
So these are the sort of like the tech union, I think is kind of what that works out to be. Is that right?
Trade union.
Trade union. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so like dudes in terms of like it's the capital or whatever. They're the corporations who are like handling interstellar trade or whatever it's called.
They are set up to kind of be the villains depending on your point of view.
And it's funny you bring that up because that's where when I was messaging you on Instagram, I was like, "Oh, I love a complex story with like complex conflict," and that point of view thing is super important. Then earlier, when the line opened up, it took place on this sort of prison. Yeah. Oh no.
Yep.
Yeah.
The grave ring. Yeah.
Yeah. And so that was this whole other scene of things. On that, we knew that there were the Joes of the world, the miners.
Hell yeah.
Right? And then we've got the sort of prison set up. Like there's that kind of like thing going on. And one of the main characters that we were told was caught up in the prison, and there was a prison escape. I got that right?
Correct.
Got it.
Yep.
And then fast forward to last PowerCon, and it was like, oh yeah, put those guys aside for a second. So everything that I set up was like, oh yeah. By the way, then they set up this whole other thing that Oz was breaking down, right? These guys crash land, this crew of the Oxkrewe. Is that the name of the ship? Or is that what they call themselves?
The ship is the something. I'm trying to remember.
Our bad. Is it this?
Oxor 3.
Oxor 3. Okay. So they crash land on the planet Thraxxon. And so that's all we kind of knew. They encountered some of the indigenous. I'm assuming that was both these guys, what they call them. This was a figure that was made available last time, the Thraxxion soldier, hunter, scout. This was the crew, right? So set up your characters. And then this was another sort of indigenous species that was there. One of the on Thraxxon.
Yes.
Okay.
Correct.
And awesome. We got last time, which was a big deal for me, was like, oh, we're not just getting like, bipedal humanoid characters. We got for the first time this like creature, the skateback. This was
actually my favorite reveal for this wave. Was the Lowland skateback, just because I'm so excited to have actual monsters in a Mythic Legion or in a Legion's line.
And in many ways, that reveal kind of like made a lot of us perk our ears up and like, oh, we can get that in Cosmic, right? Like that's interesting. And then of course we got this shadowy, mysterious person who looked amazing, and underneath that is this really dope alien female head.
Yep.
And then fast forward to some of the things more recently, like elsewhere in the world, there's something about genetic manipulation. This is again elsewhere, Star Wars swipe, and then we're back to here. And that's where Oz was totally just laying down, right? That's our situation now, where the crew's stranded. We know that Kern is there, but then they gave us this. So this is where I'm needing help, because I didn't see this, but I did see this on the Horsemen. So was this like on their IG, on the Cabal?
Both.
Okay.
They had it's part of the story where Kern Ray comes to their camp. They had captured one of the crew and exchanged that member of the crew for their science officer because they needed the help.
Got it.
So it wasn't a willing exchange, but the science officer decided that the unconscious crew member needed help more than himself. But they're careful to keep Kern Ray's motives secret for now. So we're not exactly sure why she's doing what she's doing.
Got it. So what is the intrigue? Again, I have been absent from the cabal. What are people thinking are these two Dr. Dre video characters?
I haven't heard much speculation about what well, I have heard some, but the main interesting one is about the distress signal. There's a prevailing rumor that a lot of people think that the Grave Ring characters are going to respond to the distress signal after escaping from prison. So,
okay,
and
that's what I heard. I
Yeah.
heard that, and I was really into that idea only because, as I sort of set up in the story, it's like we've got this happening over here, we've got this happening. At some point, it's got to come together. At some point, they sold us when this line started that oh my gosh, I'm forgetting his name, blue-headed cool guy from the first wave,
Thygar. Yeah,
Thygar.
Yeah, Thygar was kind of like the sort of protagonist or the key central figure in this. We're gonna get back to him, so I'm intrigued by that idea that somehow, like you said, they respond to maybe the distress signal and kind of now enter and intersect with these guys.
See, for me, and by the way, I'm terrible at guessing, so everything that I'm about to say is going to be wrong because I never guessed correctly. But I like the idea of it being a Tusk vessel,
okay,
because of the built-in conflict. Tusk is the villains. It would be cool to have the main characters from the first wave show up, but for me, I like the idea of that added conflict. Here's someone that's can potentially help us out, but we don't necessarily get along with them. Also, I'd really like to see some new Tusk figures. I know we just got the heavy gunner. I really wouldn't mind seeing like a Tusk heavy trooper based off of like the Oxkrewe spacesuits.
Yeah.
Maybe like with a new head that gave it kind of a evil horde trooper vibe, to it a little bit.
Nice.
That bulky body, something along those lines. So,
let me ask you. I hear you on that. First off, let me just say, it's just guessing. I love. Well, I don't love. I actually hate it. It annoys me. But when you watch other fellow toy tubers, our friends even who are like, "This is what's gonna happen," and they're just so like authoritative about what's going. It's like, come on, dude, you're BSing. You're totally guessing. So there are no bad guesses. We're all just guessing. And sure, sometimes you're correct, but like it ain't based on anything. That said, all guesses are great, and that's part of the fun. If it's done in the spirit of fun, I'm all for it. But when people are like,
I will just have to add on to that, if you don't mind. And Curtis made this point, and I have to agree with him on this. Guessing and speculation is fine as long as you temper your expectations. Yeah, I see a lot where people are saying this is what I want to happen, and then when it's something different, they're disappointed.
Totally,
and they're upset that it didn't
because
go that way.
Yeah, they're upset because they weren't right about their guesses, and I feel like that would take a lot of the fun out of it. Like I've said for a long time, Eric Treadaway knows what I want better than I know what I want. He's like the world's best therapist. Like everything that he makes, I'm like, I never would have thought of that, but that's freaking awesome. So I try to have that kind of outlook on things where there's things that I would like for sure, but whatever we get, I'm going to be thrilled with. So.
I appreciate that, man. Because that's how I approach even the MCU. It's like, man, I'm a fan of the MCU. Sure, I have things that I want to see, but at the end of the day, like there's a reason I watch these things is because I've enjoyed what the creatives have been giving us. Why all of a sudden do I think that I'm the guy with the great ideas? Like, no, man, you all did a great thing, and I'm watching you. Like, who cares what I have to say? But that's just me.
Right. And this is the time in the world where if we really think that our ideas are better than the established toy companies, we could just start our own toy line.
You're right.
And see how we do.
Yep. Oh, but Joe, that's just too much work. I'm just
That
kidding.
is a lot of work.
It's so much easier to type things and be mad and say I was right.
Right.
Real quick, let's say hello to our friends. What's going on, Pains? Great to see you. Thank you for joining us. I hope you're ready for some cosmic goodness. Cobb, I was just hanging out with this guy last night doing some recording, and hang onto your wallet, dude. Be careful. Stay strong tonight. What's up, Ken? Good to see you. I wish I got to see you. I got to see you for a little bit hanging out with Punk and them last night, but got some catching up to do. We said hi to Game Quest, but let me say hi to Game Quest.
You can't get on the Punk's pit last night?
He did. I'm doing that to you again here. Sorry, I'm putting you there, Ed, and I'm covering myself for a second.
That's all right.
The Freak official. What's going on? It's official. You're a freak. And let's see. I just want to make sure I want to acknowledge everyone who's joining us today and thank you all for that. Great.
So I have a question. Maybe Joe can answer this.
Yes.
Where does the character that's coming out in the new retailer wave, that Fisher Rice, that's based off the old Fisher Price guy, because he's not in the Cosmiclegions. There he is, right there.
Yeah. Where
does he fall into?
So they're like mercenaries, like a shadow group of mercenaries. It's a tribute figure, so I'm not sure how official, unofficial it is. I haven't heard that. But that the backstory for him is that he's like ex-military and formed like a shadow mercenary outfit.
Okay.
So he's part of a mercenary team.
Yeah, I can't wait to get that figure. That was one of my favorite adventure people as a kid. It was the Starfire.
Same here.
Every time I see that face, I just want to paint the eyes red and do the hair like a really dark black blue. Get my Thrawn on.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
He would fit a Thrawn figure, but man. The Firestar little spaceship. I'm going to be building one of those for sure.
Awesome.
Okay.
That's the thing about the Horsemen too that I love. So this pack is coming out. It's just absolutely loaded with pieces that we already have.
Yep.
Right. But do you see the excitement that they can generate just by repainting pieces that we've already gotten?
Oh yeah.
I love that. I saw this and it's 0% new. Like nothing is new.
Nothing new out of it.
And yet I am so pumped to have this in hand.
It's, it's funny. And this will be helpful for, I think, anybody who's maybe newer to the line. I was just explaining this to my brother who's newer. But just, he was trying to like understand sort of, how the Horseman's schedule works as far as like reveals go. And I was just sort of like, well, the G-Con thing in November before Legions Con, that's when they reveal the next big full complete, wave of Mythic Legions. And then what's happening today or last year at PowerCon is how they do that version with Cosmic Legions. And so everything else in between those two things for either Mythic or Cosmic, they're going to be releasing figures. But generally, they're going to be stuff that's a little bit more on the reuse end or, kind of like smaller releases. When you're really like looking for that big splash, what is the next big thing for Cosmic Legions? Look to today's event. If you're looking for the next big thing for Mythic, look at G-Con. That said, it's exactly what you said. They came out with this. I assume this was meant to be, wasn't this
retailer exclusive?
He's a retailer exclusive, yeah.
Okay, so that's right. I forgot those factor in too. So again, there's all these little stops along the way where they'll release figures. In this case, it was a set of retailer exclusive figures that's meant to be something like new, yes, and somewhat exclusive, right, to that point in time. But not necessarily a full-on wave that the Four Horsemen are like, here's the whole thing. So sometimes the reason I say that is because sometimes newer fans are like, oh man, the stuff they just showed was kind of disappointing, kind of weak. And it's like, it's not weak, but two, if you're feeling disappointed, it might be because you were expecting something like, oh, I was expecting they just showed us Necronominus, or they just showed us Rising.
The retailer waves have all been repainted figure obscuras and all that stuff, right? That's all they're doing. Which is great for the people that haven't that missed out on the first round.
Right. And the main thing is there's no new tooling, so the turnaround is faster.
Yes.
Right. Yep.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So they actually get because that's one of the things that I've heard quite a few complaints about is how long people are having to wait for the figures after the announcement. Well, the turnaround on these are a lot faster because there's no new tooling, it's repaints.
Yep.
So
and then the same goes for like things like all-star waves. I know some people who are newer are like, wait, these are old figures. Like, who cares? Like, it's just an interesting thing to help really people wrap their heads around. Like, really, if you're looking for the big Mythic Legions thing, it happens once a year, like the big full-on wave. And again, that's not to take away from any of the stuff, because as Joe said, like, look at this. We were all excited. I was excited. They found a way to sell us, frankly, old parts and make it awesome, which
Make
like
it exciting and fun.
Yeah, and I'm always comparing
new excitement and a nostalgic tug at the same time. What more could you ask for?
Yeah, I often refer to them as new characters, not repaints or parts reuse.
Right.
Because they're new characters.
Yep.
You know, that character is what is exciting. I'm not buying, like, if the Horsemen were like, here's all these parts in just plain white, you know, like unpainted bucks, I wouldn't be that excited. It's the characters that make them exciting.
Yep.
Yes.
And so since then they have released a couple of things. And again, as we've been talking through, some of it's going to be like, you know, reuse, and like, you know, some of the stuff that they're showing us is going to be for Legions Con coming up, or this thing that is this was exclusive to today's con, right? At IshCon, right?
Yep.
Again, largely reuse, but like cool paint job that makes you see basically existing parts in a very different way, right? Looking at okay,
it's all reuse, but what an awesome looking character.
Yeah.
That said, like, again, I do want to quickly just reiterate, like, these were the things. So the wave, sorry, I want to go back to, I just realized the time, story-wise, and I'm sure, granted, they're probably going to recap it, right? They're going to give us a little bit at the beginning of their stream. But I am curious, I'm looking at this, do anybody here, maybe Ed, Oz, do you have a sense of what this might be? You know, no harm, no foul, fun guesses. Are we talking, you know, humanoid things? Are we talking more creature things? What kind of species? What are you thinking?
I'm thinking the thing on the left. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Oz. Go ahead.
No, Ed, please.
I was gonna say, I think the thing on the left is going to be some type of creature, alien. He looks short, right? It looks like a short type of dude, right? Kind of like that other one. Yeah. And the guy on the right hand side, I don't know, man. He looks like a Jedi wearing a brown robe. That's all I can say.
It's Jackie. Oh no, wait, never mind. Wrong franchise. What about you, Oz?
So it's really kind of tough to say. I mean, we've got 2 new alien species that are out. I'm thinking maybe the one on the left might be one of those other aliens. I'm thinking the one on the right, again, like what Ed's saying, it's a little bit shorter. Maybe we might see some other kind of creature, like a different form of Scapeback. You know, which is, it's exciting to think about. And even from beyond this image, just the description that they give with this and the other one, I know I talked about it briefly in our chats and stuff, that you know, they kind of hint at this vehicle, right? And I started thinking about like that old school, you know, G.I. Joe Adventure Team Mobile Command Center, like getting one of those and doing some customizing. You could totally make like some kind of sci-fi Land Rover. Man. You could pack up, like, it's for 12-inch figures too, so it's a big boy, and these are 1/12 scale, so you're gonna have some space. You could like pack up the stuff from the campsite, you know, like all those cooler
that generator and all that would fit in the back of that.
Wait, Brick, go back to that teaser photo. The teaser photo. So can I just go ahead and spoil it for you guys?
Oh no, sure.
Sorry, everybody. Here
it is. Confirmed.
Actually, Minecraft characters. So that's actually not blurred out. That's just
that
what they look like.
It.
Got it.
Now I get it. Mojang's jumping into the mix. Got
this
it.
is an illager right here. Sorry, these are the few things that I know from my sons.
Where's the sheep?
And
Steve. It's Steve.
The vehicle. And I spoiled this. Oz got to see me spoil this earlier. it's going to be a harrow bed, which is a bale truck. You know, it's a farm. Okay. There's a farm vehicle for picking up hay bales. It's called a harrow bed.
Okay. Hence the harrow zone.
Yeah,
harrow
got
zone.
it. So
a harrow is actually
when you need to repair it, you go to the harrow zone.
Yeah. A harrow is actually a farm implement that, like, I don't know, you drag it over the ground to like smooth out the ground and tear up the soil for planting seed.
Yeah.
I grew up on a farm, so a lot of the jokes are very specific to me.
It's okay, because I got it now that I you know, when we talked about that last night, I immediately got when you dropped in.
I love it.
Oz mentioned that thing about the ATV or the adventure team mobile headquarters the other day. That's all I can think about. It's like, damn, they need a rover vehicle like that, like the armadillo in Armageddon. Remember those vehicles?
Yeah. Like that, or my dad and I watched this old TV show Earth 2.
Oh yeah.
Okay, it was like a sci-fi show that came out in the 90s.
I remember that. Yeah.
And Clancy Brown, who a lot of us will know from Pet Sematary 2 as the sheriff, or if that's not your cup of tea, he has voiced Lex Luthor. He's voiced so many great people through voice acting.
Writer something from Rebels, but yes.
But he drove a Hummer for Earth 2, and it was this really advanced one. Hummer made a vehicle for the show that was totally this like sci-fi kind of land crawler type all-terrain vehicle. And so it's funny, I sent out some stuff to our good friend Trevor. I kept wanting to say Walter, and I'm like, no, it's not Walter. But I sent out there you go, Brick. Yeah, I had sent out to Trevor the images, and I was like, you know, I don't know if you customize vehicles or anything, but if you customized one of the adventure team things and you did this and included it in some photos, it'd be pretty cool. And I think he kind of picked up what I was putting down about it, like, you know, and said, well, being a fan of Earth 2, he said, I think you're really going to like what we announced this wave.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
So,
okay.
A little on the speculation side, we might be getting a vehicle for
right there, man.
This is that Fisher Price thing that people are bringing up. But yeah, I love this thing. The simplicity of the design. It was just so good.
I had that.
Yeah,
I didn't remember it until I just saw that picture. But when I was a little kid, I had that vehicle.
Yeah, push it along, satellite spins.
That's a thing that happens to me all the time when I look at adventure people. It's like it's either I had it or some kid on the street had it, or like it was a garage sale pickup or something, and I was like, oh yeah, and it comes flooding back.
Yeah, I still have some of my adventure people from the 70s. They're still good, still as solid as they were back then. I mean, those toys were built just
okay. We've got
back to the topic.
Sorry, no, yeah, my bad. But we had 6 minutes. I just saw we got the Collecting Brothers. Like, yep, that was 7 minutes. There you go. The Kurgan from the Highlander movie. Hyperdelic, what's going on? Thank you for joining us. Yes, and he is also, God, Clancy Brown has been everything and a lot of great things. Apologies. I love Jackie. As we say in this house, we often say the power of one, the power of two, the power of Jackie. And then let's see. I don't know what this was in reference to, but hey, anytime you can work
the heavy gunner.
Gotcha. So green. Gotcha. And what's up, Sean? Thank you for hopping on the stream. Great to see you. Okay. The other thing from the last wave was this was like kind of a big deal as well. In addition to like, hey, in Cosmic Legion, you might be getting animals, creatures. You might also be getting things like this. And this is like a newer thing for the horsemen, right? Selling, releasing accessory packs. Yeah. And so this was really cool to see last time. And I was really into this. I don't know the price offhand, but I remember going like, really, that's what you're charging?
I think this was $35 or something like that when it first.
Yeah, it was like as much as like a standard figure.
Yeah. Even on the
less.
Was it okay? But it's like, man, the paint on these, like anything Four Horsemen is like,
oh shit,
in
that
terms
set
of
is so
sculpt,
awesome.
detail.
You could use this set for anything too.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Everything in it is recognizable. Even the computer reminds me of something from like Alien.
Oh yeah,
the original Alien movie. It's even got a slot for a hard disk. Like
you could throw it into GI Joe. You could throw it into anything. Generator. Right. Everybody knows what a generator is. I mean,
got that great retro vibe feel for sci-fi stuff, so it fits in with just about anything. And you're right. You can use it with GI Joe. You can use this with your Marvel stuff. Like, it's that extra world building element that I'd like to see a lot more of in more modern toys. We used to get accessory packs, maybe not quite like this, for a lot of our toy lines and stuff. But I mean, this right here really, really sold me on this wave, just because you can include this. Like, I can include this with my Ghostbusters in the firehouse because it looks like the kind of janky equipment that they would have sitting around trying to do something. Right.
Well, in hindsight, now it's like, now that we know that Treadaway and had some Fisher Price adventure people on the brain, like, this is definitely the kind of stuff that came with those toys. Like, really, like little world building accessories, little cages for the back of your Safari Jeep, and so it's cool to see that this is the kind of stuff that that they're working into Cosmiclegions. So now I wonder, do you think we'll get something similar?
Well, now what if they gave us?
Do you even want something?
I mean, what if they gave you a rover to put all the stuff in the back of? I mean, that'd be friggin' badass.
Yeah, I think you might be onto something there. Good job bringing that to Trevor, Oz. We'll see what happens. Anything else? Oh, go ahead.
See, look, Trevor's here right now saying, "Are you ready?" He knows. He heard.
Kind of a question is that?
We're talking Earth 2 over here, Trevor. We're talking rovers.
We're talking adventure people, space, all of it.
So yes, we're getting we're getting in the zone, getting ready for the Aerozone.
Pre-game.
All right. So anything last minute before their stream starts? Literally last minute. Is there anything like based on what came out before, or based on maybe holes you're seeing story-wise, or characters or types that you want to see?
I'm just hoping for another version of the skate back.
Okay.
I'd love to see a Haro Zone skate back. Yeah.
Nice.
That's the lowland one. So
I would like to see something along the lines of the skate back, even if it was a little bit different of a creature type of thing,
Right. Maybe with a new head or something.
Something like the Predator dogs from that Predator movie.
Ooh, yeah.
Oz?
Maybe some Sphexian wings on something like that.
Ooh,
yeah. Oh yeah.
Anything you're looking for, Oz, or
I'm with Joe. Like, again, I'd be excited to see some kind of like little rover vehicle so that you can haul around your, all your sweet accessories and stuff like that for the world building.
Okay.
I'd love to have, again, more freaking skatebacks or something of that nature, like additional extra just creatures and stuff. I love the world building as much as I love the characters and everything that come out.
Yeah.
Those extra world building elements, like I've talked about curating a collection before. You curate a collection, but you want to build a world that you immerse yourself in, right?
If they drop a one-man speeder like the friggin' Firestar from Fisher Price, I'm going to shit my pants on live stream.
With the little plastic thing that can hold up the
hold the
floating in
space tube for the air.
Sure. Hell yeah!
Try not to do it on Brickstream. Mine's the one that's known as the shit show.
I'll hold it till we start the clubhouse.
Who are you calling a nerd, Adam? What's up, nerd? Good to see you, man.
And I am hoping that Kern Ray's associates have a wasteland vibe like he does.
Yeah.
It's
okay. Looks like the main event is happening. Let's see if I can
roll.
Sorry, this is how we're gonna do this, and we're doing that, and maybe this. Hey, it worked.
Can't hear anything.
Okay. So are you guys hearing some? Are you guys hearing an echo? Is that the delay he's talking about?
I'm not hearing any echo at all. No,
I don't.
I did turn down his volume because Cornboy is pretty loud.
Got it.
Mostly just because I'm trying to hear us too.
I'm seeing what's happening.
He just said vehicle. Right upon vehicle. Environment pieces.
Spoiler alert.
Ooh, fan favorite.
First off, can I just say it's awesome to see Cornboy front and center in the mix again, man. So feel free to listen to him. But just for the folks who are watching this with us, yeah, again, you might want to go to that URL that's down there that says over there. That'll take you right to that main stream. I've always felt a little funny about kind of keeping it on the screen too long. So every now and then I'll kind of cut out to this. You might see us get all quiet. That's because we're sitting here going,
we're drooling.
Oh, yeah.
So apologize to you three if I'm talking over it, but I just, want to let the folks know what's going on at home.
Yeah, no problem at all.
So these guys are at IshCon doing this live. Looks like their internet connection. They might be borrowing it from Jason from Spiro.
For those of you who don't know, it's Jeremy Gerard up now talking. Yeah. He's got Eric Treadaway with him. I can't make out who the other person is.
You all know, Joe, anybody? Who the other person was? I don't know. Maybe somebody in our chat knows.
I can't tell just because it's a little
knows
blurry.
What now? Sorry.
Who the other person is after Eric and Jeremy?
Jim Preziosi, the other horse.
I couldn't tell because it's
very blurry.
Because he's in real video, 1999.
Right.
They're using the campsite accessory set to stream from. So
here we go. First thing revealed.
First reveal. Somebody in their chat just said, "What is this VHS?"
That's totally what it feels like. It's like Stranger Things, 80s style. No, it wasn't showing. Oh, look, Inception. Hylor Crim is the word.
Hylor Crim.
There
we go.
Crim. Okay, gotcha.
Wasteland Rover Scape Haven. What?
Wait, right from the beginning?
That's what they're starting with?
Unless maybe Rover means something else.
Yeah, it might be part of the Rover
maybe
crew.
I'm thinking maybe this is like a driver or something, perhaps, or it says Scape Haven, so maybe some kind of farmer of scapes.
Cool looking logo.
Right? It's got that scape back on there.
Love that. Is that the skeleton, you think? The skull?
Maybe.
That looks like a skate back.
Yeah, it looks
like a skull of one or something, right?
Off topic, but highly articulated. Which Thundercats, if you're still watching? Probably not, but good job, Georgie. Way to learn.
Thundercats, good.
Oh, sweet.
Wait. Which version of Thundercats?
That's what I
want. Older one or Will Friedle? I know.
Whoa.
Oh.
Okay. Dude, I'm loving the character, but look at everything around the character.
I was going to say, I'm looking at the elements around it. Like, as much as I like that, I like the soft goods on it too. Got like the neck scarf and the, the kind of like loincloth coming down.
This is why Trevor said, "Are you ready?"
Well,
yeah.
I honestly blame Trevor for a lot of my purchases. His photos are just out of this world. See what I did there. And
he keeps stepping it up too.
Is that a skate back he's got like in the background there too? Oh, see another pan away.
Bless America.
Oh man, that photo, Trevor, you're teasing some stuff.
Right?
Folks, soft goods. I love what soft goods can do.
We're one figure in, and my wallet's already begging for a tissue.
Tissues around the figure. You can just take that off and wipe your nose.
Look at that mace.
Yeah.
Looks like a World War II mine, like ocean mine.
Oh, yeah.
Strapped onto it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn, that mace. Yeah, that's totally a mine. And there's that mark on the shield. Whew. Dope.
Yeah.
This is where we get quiet and stare.
It's
Totally,
so
John, that helmet. Woo.
That definitely looks like a Skateback skull, and he's from Skate Haven faction, so that makes sense.
Right. And the funny part is, again, like, we look at this and I'm automatically kind of thinking, what can I use these soft goods for? And it's like, can I just buy some of the soft goods on their own too? Like, we get soft goods packs. Well, I guess just order from C. Jessam direct.
On the soft goods, I love the texture of that. That's sort of like, I don't know what you'd call it, but they look like pleats, like pleating. If this was done in, full scale,
like the character's grandmother knitted them for him. Well, you don't want to catch a cold out in the desert, honey. Yeah, take the scarf with you.
Yeah, take the scarf with you to keep the sand out your eyeballs and your mouth.
Yeah.
Oh, Nana.
So they were just mentioning that it's like got the wasteland desert kind of cloth to it, and they totally sell that. It's got some Dune vibes going on here for sure.
Absolutely. Yep.
New boots. Those are pretty dope looking boots too.
I like those.
I
like looking at those treads. Yeah. And second head.
Yeah, no, that's the way to go, Brian. Thanks for stopping in. Definitely keep us on mute. Chime in when you can. Oh, gotcha. Wait, are you at IshCon then? Yeah, that makes sense. That's right.
So he's there at the reveal watching us to get better images.
Watch their stream, man. It's even better.
I'm just saying, I ain't mad about that. That's kind of great. People are watching us to get their info. So it's like a reuse of the mace handle that we've seen from one of the other Cosmiclegions figures, but the new mace head on it. And Joe, you're right. It looks like one of the deep sea mines straight from World War II.
Yep.
That mace, is that the one from the bounty hunter dude?
Yeah.
Got him. The
that big cyborg looking mother.
Yeah, it was like a shock mace right before, and now they put a sea mine on the end of it.
Yeah.
That is cool.
It still looks like it's going to it probably needs it to crack through a skateback skull. Look at how thick that skateback
looks like they're having some technical difficulties.
Yeah.
Though
they had announced a second head that they were going to show off.
This wouldn't feel like a real Horseman stream without technical difficulties, though.
See, that's why we were late, folks. We were keeping in the spirit of the Four Horsemen.
That's right.
Mm-hmm. And when we say we're professionals, remember, we're just as professional as they are. Plus they got a storm going on. Yeah. Okay. We just have
it's funny. I can't tell on my little screen over here, but I'm looking at this bigger screen here, and there's something going on with they're like showing us like the camera preview, like someone. Yeah, it's true. It's very like VHS. There's like time code and.
Like I said, they're using that accessory set to stream from that came with the first Oxkrewe wave.
Right. You got that generator going.
Generators going. They got the hard disk in with the software to stream from.
Yeah.
That's one of those things too that's kind of easy to forget with the Horsemen that they're a small studio.
Yep.
Some I can't remember the guy's name, but he said they only have 15 full-time employees. So, I mean, it's a small studio. They're going to have some problem. They don't have like a tech department or anything.
Right.
That extra head is badass.
Well, here I'm looking at it on IG, and I'm bringing that up on the stream. Like in their stream right now, they are a little stuck. It looks like on this slide. So
yeah,
I'm kind of. It's cool that they're uploading at the same time, but this is what presumably they're looking at over there.
Right.
Oh, there's that head. And yeah, if you want what Jeremy's reading,
looks so good.
It's all sort of here on their Instagram as well. Yeah, he's about here. Sorry, it's the scroll.
Right.
See?
$37.
Which, yeah, that's that kind of standard price that we come to expect, and man, does not disappoint.
Just seems like an awful lot for $37 still.
Right.
Like, how is this not a deluxe?
It's because that shield's so big, but I love that secondary head. Those blues with that yellow on this.
Yeah.
The color palette they chose, just amazing.
Yeah, it's very like it's got a little bit of that bee thing going on. I dig it.
Yeah, it's got a yellowish tint to it with like still a tan color. It's pretty bad.
Yeah, Jeremy's sort of talking about the parts used, and you were looking for more Tusk people I know, like actually part of the faction, Joe, but got some cool use of their tech here, or reuse of their tech. Look at that! Look at those boots.
So I'm looking at that. That's a new helmet, completely new helmet, huh?
Right. Yeah, they haven't used that one before.
No, it has definitely that same look to it with the shield, but unless that's a piece that the helmet sits in.
I mean, it says that he is a former Tusk empiricist. Plus, he's a different alien species we haven't seen before. So maybe it's something that they adapted for his species.
Right. Well, I live in the desert, and I'll tell you what, one of those would be super handy. Like during dust storms and things like that. I'd love to have that helmet.
Man, that's amazing.
$37 for this guy. First figure. And again, they're talking on their actual stream, they're kind of stuck on this image. So I'm gonna just kind of be here, hang out on Instagram. Feel free to.
Yep.
The audio's stuff. They're definitely giving you a lot more info.
Right.
But look at this, man.
But we are a great place to watch because here's the images.
Yeah, that's right. We'll bring you the images live. You can listen to their audio, our images. They can't zoom in and show you shots. We can.
Unfortunately, they haven't uploaded it. I'm sure it's going to come up soon. I'll keep reloading.
I'm refreshing too.
I'm just going to keep kind of perusing this beautiful Trevor photo because there's stuff here, man.
All right, so the settlement they got to go to is Scape Haven. So that's
ooh. Look at it. They're showing something off, aren't they?
Oh yeah. It's like got some Mad Max vibes to it.
Yeah. I love the head, the markings.
That skateback skull. I wonder if that's going to come with one of the figures, the one that was tied to the hood.
Oh yeah, you know what? That would be really cool because they did just.
That didn't look like like from something else. That looked like a skateback skull.
I'd have to get that just so I could see if I could put it on my Terpiculi.
Hell yeah.
Terpiculi. So we're going to get this vehicle, right? Come on.
We've got to get this vehicle. They can't deny us this vehicle now.
Do you see this driver here? Sorry, I know I should go to the actual figure. They're showing this figure off right now. And the name again was Jabaraki. Love it.
Oh, I love that. New pieces, new weapon.
Yeah.
Is this hair maybe? Or just like a...
That head is awesome.
Know.
Beautiful.
That would look really good on top of the body we just got from Figure Obscura.
Yeah.
Actually, the soft goods too.
Wow.
Oh, wow. That's the angel's head that I'm...
Oh. Oh, okay. With a mask on. Yeah, the same mask that
Ziri's
what's
mask.
her name? Ziri had. Yeah. That makes sense. I was like, looking at that hair. Oh, she looks great.
Again,
She
just
looks like a pro wrestler, kind of.
Pro wrestler.
how they can paint it up
with the blonde hair. And,
uh-huh. I love the texture of that cape.
Yeah.
I'm a sucker for
that. Totally
for
has
stuff.
like the Luke Jedi cloak from Tatooine vibe to that soft goods for sure.
And look at the legs and the pants that they use, because there's another image a little bit further down, Brick.
Mm-hmm.
Look at the pants that they use underneath those soft goods for the skirt part.
Will do, but I'm also noticing the color palette matching with sort of with what's the exclusive figure is over at Ishcon right now.
Yep.
Oh man, that is a cool looking figure in general, but the parts.
I love the color palette period for this.
That's
that dark green and brown.
That's a 2.0 figure with cloth legs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what Oz is.
Yeah.
Winking at, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Wow, the parts library, guys. Even if you're not into Cosmic, if you're just into Mythic, we're getting some good stuff.
Oh man.
Oh,
I love that respirator as a separate piece.
Mm-hmm. Talk about, see, this is what we were talking about with the parts reuse.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Like I wouldn't, if Eric hadn't said it, I wouldn't have guessed what head that was. Like, no way. Wow.
$37.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, do I even have to ask, Joe? Are you just always all in on Cosmic as well?
So I'm always all in, but okay. For me, it's all in. What extras am I getting? You know?
Yeah, got it. So when you do extras,
the thing to remember about an all in.
Mm-hmm. Go for it.
I was just going to say, it breaks down to at least getting one free.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
These vehicles aren't the same in these pictures either.
Say it again.
I said the vehicles in the first figure picture and the second figure picture are not the same vehicle.
Oh, okay. You compared them.
No, they're not.
Okay.
Yeah. So for me, a lot of the times, so I'm going all in because I'm a completist and I love all the figures. There hasn't been a single figure they've released yet that I haven't enjoyed. But then, like, looking at this, so these are the 2.0 cloth arms and legs.
Mm-hmm.
What custom am I going to want to do with those?
Mm-hmm.
You know, Am I going to want to do like, for example, a Diablo 3 tribute rogue character that'll look better with those cloth pieces, something like that. And that's usually where my extras come in. Do I need multiples of this figure for my shelf? Do I need certain parts for a custom? And do I want to get them at that lower direct Four Horsemen price?
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
I'm feeling like some Boba Fett fetish vibes from this one for me. I mean, we know how I am about that. So,
well, wasn't that other one a Boba Fett inspired looking too?
A little bit.
Oh, the one for the con.
Yeah.
Yeah. But these are the Wastelander vibes that I was exactly talking about.
Yep.
Like this is just what I wanted.
Yep.
They're dirty.
I'm into
they
this
look
too.
like they look like
It's
they've
sci-fi
been
Mad
surviving
Max.
in the desert. So yeah, hell yeah.
Oh, they're showing a thing on their stream right now to side by side.
Oh yeah, okay. So they got it working again. Nice.
So I was a little on the Minecraft prediction, but
Oh, so do you think that the yellow was on the right side?
Yeah, they were reversed because of that brown streak on the helmet. You could kind of see that in the pixelized image. Like it makes it looks like them now.
Yep.
Yeah, when I saw Kern Ray, is that it? Kern?
Yeah. Kern Ray.
She was definitely like she hit that spot for me. Like as you mentioned, that kind of like Wasteland, Mad Maxian, and the sci-fi thing. It's basically like that first Pitch Black kind of film, like that scenario of being stuck out. And but then you're meeting these folks who are from there and how they've adapted to that area using tech, using whatever soft goods, and I dig it. And with a vehicle, it's like the Rise of Skywalker when they're on that planet looking for Lando. Spoiler alert. And they're like moving through and like flying on those skiffs and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Love it.
Right. So again, with the desert kind of stuff, they might seem like they're overdressed, but like the UV radiation is one of the most dangerous things about being in the desert. So you would have a lot of clothes on to
do a lot
protect
of
yourself, layers to protect yourself against the sun, because the sun is the threat.
And I'm assuming, AC or whatever in those suits, man.
Oh man.
At least the first guy.
Let me tell you what, I would love to have an AC suit while I'm
I
at
know,
work.
right?
That would be a dream come true.
Scale sizing is approximate. Okay.
Ooh. Oxkrewe.
Collins.
Oh, we get to see Cog. All right.
Yes.
Oh yeah, I heard a mailing company talking about Cog.
Yeah, the mechanic.
When was that mentioned in the previous reveal, or like throughout these last two transmissions?
I think that name drop was from the original reveal.
Yeah,
the name was in there, but we don't know what anything what he looks like. So
right. I just had to reach out to Trevor real quick, and I was like, "Man, you are 1,000% right when you said I was going to like it this way." Oh, jeez.
Who's the character we met?
Cog and Velog, he's saying, are going with the Wasteland Rover.
Velog. Velok is the head of the Oxkrewe dude. The
right.
Blue armor.
Yeah.
And again, for those of you watching at home, like a lot of the information is going up at their Source Horseman. You check out on their IG, bring it up, kind of refresh.
like this.
Oh, wow.
Look at this guy.
He's so crazy looking. Look at him.
He's working on some piece of equipment.
Whoa. Forget.
He looks like he should be in like an African oasis, you know, like
oh yeah,
like, you know, some type of furry herd animal.
Yeah, he totally does. And I love that sort of drop of blue, like a mandrill kind of thing, or like a bird, like a cassowary.
Right.
Yeah, they did mention simian, so that's like exactly that feel.
Ooh. Sorry, let me zoom in better around here. Yo, that is cool.
That's so awesome.
He said the
I'm
lower
loving
legs
the
are
colors.
shorter, right? So these are shorter to give him that
tail is
unique
sticking out the
silhouette.
back of his freaking
And new feet.
I was gonna say I've never seen those feet before. Look at those.
Yeah.
I missed what you were saying, Ed. What was it?
His tail is hanging out the back of his spacesuit.
Yeah.
Got to keep that tail.
And he
free,
comes
man.
with bolt cutters for when one of the crew accidentally loses the key to their locker.
Yeah, totally.
I'm digging it. And it also looks like the little
His
gun
damn
they
goggles
have.
are detachable.
Yeah, I was gonna say like, oh wow, that is so cool. And the tail is 100% the tail
Monkey
that
King?
they used for Monkey King.
Yeah.
Welcome.
The extra head is phenomenal, man. Jeez.
Oh, I love the silhouette, man. This is Machine and Krieger, big old space armor stuff.
Yes.
Love it.
Well, it's got to be for that ginormous. This head is huge. So he comes with like.
Wait, are we sure that's a tail? No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
But the tools are actually removable.
Yeah.
Like even the ones here in the pouch.
Yeah.
Those.
That's
Yeah.
what
Wow.
just saying. Yeah.
Those
God, we
are separate
such
pieces.
dorks. I love it.
Right? Like, why are we excited that the tools come off the tool belt? Like, oh man, I really hope my guy could come with a screwdriver.
Oh man, because of that right there.
Oh,
Yes, without the goggles on.
I'm so glad that they're uploading this to IG. They're definitely having some tech issues because on the stream they're still sort of stuck on the previous
comparison image.
We can actually see it behind you, Brick.
Oh yeah, that's right. I didn't pause it, I swear.
So he's got like this like impact wrench style like gun here, or maybe a nail gun or something.
Yeah, nail gun.
Yeah, and then he's got like 3 or 4 different hand tools, the bolt cutters.
Man.
Right? Like, look at that head, Brick.
Good job. Oh, dude, man. Four Horsemen.
The detail in that with the hairs and everything like that. That paint app that they did to really highlight it. I wonder how the goggles secure on, though. Like, I'm worried the goggles would fall off.
They must have figured out something in the sculpt that kind of locks it in,
like
yeah?
How it locks it in around the brow, maybe?
Or no. I'm thinking, if you look at this, is the same as that. I wonder if there's a peg in there.
Oh, I bet you, that's what it is.
Faceplate.
Cab out and then pop it in. That's good.
Yeah, I wonder if those eyes actually, I don't know. Yeah, it's cool.
He's got the shorter legs, but he's still like look behind you.
Yeah.
They got the comparison
right
size.
there. He's got shorter legs, but he still towers over like a regular figure. That is
so.
Amazing.
Would this make it like a
brute scale?
Even the size, brute scale, the size of that torso. It's hard because I guess he's in a suit, so I can't really.
You're right.
Oh no, okay, because so he kind of just because their suits are all kind of similar size. Okay,
like powered suits.
Yeah,
$48.
That's the other thing I like about this wave. Even the last Oxkrewe wave, there's a lot of really awesome colors that went with it, like that blue armor, the purple armor, the orange armor. So he's 48.
Why do I feel like that's still a bargain for what we're getting here?
Because you've been buying Legions from the beginning.
Hey, that's true. True.
But the I'm missing this slide on all of them. Normally this is a part of the last slide of their entry, breaking down the price and everything. I got to say, I respect their marketing team and how they communicate stuff, and just all of this kind of the design of the presentation, the way we've kind of come to know what their reveals are like. Yeah, they've totally trained us well. Right. No, I respect that kind of stuff as a teacher and someone who's tried to do that even with AWOC, right? Trying to communicate this kind of stuff, a lot of information, and
I feel it's great that we can be surprised, but they're not keeping secrets from us. We get that both sides of that.
Well, just I think of the way we're just coming off a lot of reveals and things that they did at San Diego Comic-Con, and the way that those panels are handled versus the way we're sitting down here with the Four Horsemen. And, they're giving us the walkthrough. They're giving us a very individual breakdown of each character, the cost, what you're going to get with it. There's no room after this for what you're getting, right? There's no question about it. Whereas I feel like when we sit down with Mattel and everything else, they go, all right, this is what we're planning. And
a lot of that
really about all the detail you get.
Yeah, man. A lot of it though is it's, hey, what's up, Kenny? A lot of that has to do with the he called us studs, guys. Take it, soak it in. Yeah, let's talk about our toys. No,
I'm more of a rivet than a stud, but okay.
Nice tool humor. It's the model too. You're absolutely right, Oz. But the other thing to keep in mind is that at the end of this, the pre-order's open, so they really telling you everything because you're about to order from them.
Yeah,
so this is all the info you need. They're not waiting for a retailer, Real quick, did they mention? So does this dude breathe in space, or does he just not have a dome?
No, he has a dome. His helmet has a dome.
Okay,
it's part of that collared piece that goes around.
Yeah, that's what I thought, but I'm looking. Oh, never mind. I see it on IG. It's in one of the pics.
Yeah. Ooh, Wasteland Survival Set. Ooh, this is kind of what we're waiting for. Here we go, Ed.
Oh, I can't wait.
It's just that one big, long, white plastic hose to hold the dude floating up in space.
Love that Trevor takes the time to respond right back. He goes, yup. And that's the other thing, too. These guys are so ingrained in the community. You could reach out. You could talk to Jeremy. You could talk to Trevor. You can talk to... I mean, of course, they're not going to reveal anything that they can't reveal, and that's fine. As a fan, I respect that because I know they're going to blow me away anyway, right? But it's just great that you can talk with these guys. Look at this set. So you get a little communication box here. We get extra bolt cutters in case you're not getting cog. Everybody needs bolt cutters. Got some binoculars going here. I said that really weird.
What is the thing? Is it a light or
looks like a flashlight?
Yeah,
like some kind of $25
Look at these guys. They got that figure in the back. That was the first figure we saw, right?
Yes. Yeah, that's him.
That's what that first set was. $25 is right now.
Yep. Yeah. Yep. $25 for this set. So you could open that up and you could put the stuff inside of it.
Amazing. At work, we call bolt cutters a skeleton key. So.
Yep. Yep. I love the fact that they're saying, right now, they're telling you, we heard what you said about that first set, so we wanted to give you more. Yeah, it's just little simple world building stuff like this that, I don't know, it just makes me enjoy this more.
Mm-hmm.
You think they're gonna do? I'm not expecting it, but are they gonna hide things in that box like they have with like Figure Obscura?
I think that's a Figure Obscura thing.
Okay.
For Christmas releases.
Yeah, for the holiday releases.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
Yeah, because people were asking, like, well, what was the surprise with
the Egyptian gods?
Like looking for the Egyptian gods, because like the cat, like everything was all openable and everything like that. They go, where's the surprise? Where's the surprise? And they came out and they were like, no, that is really specifically a Christmas present bonus that we do with our Christmas ones.
Yeah.
So like the Red Death, what was hidden behind the mask wasn't exactly a extra. It was just a nice surprise. We weren't going to show you until you get your hands on it.
Right.
Okay, so he definitely just called it a flashlight.
Wondering, then I'm assuming that tube at the other end can plug into some of the ports, maybe? Yeah. Did he say that? Yeah.
Yeah, that's what he was talking about when he mentioned it. The tubes can hook into the bottom of the flashlight. It can hook into the suit. It can hook into the, the storage containers. So I wonder if that means like that antenna piece on the other box is also like port style system. Like if
I would bet it was it is the same style port, I would think.
Yeah. So like, again, one of the neat things about like, okay, so Mythic Legions, you got like your 2 ports in the back pieces here.
Sorry to interrupt. They're teasing that vehicle. What's up with that vehicle?
Okay. You can see more of that skate back skull.
Don't tease us. Don't tease us.
They love teasing us.
What was August's jelly, Kennedy?
It's probably like a pepper jelly.
Teasing. Look at these guys trying to tease this vehicle.
Dork Layer Bill's saying in their chat right now, he says, what we're getting is a walker. That'd be terrible. Show all these wheeled vehicles and it's a walker.
There's something behind him. What's behind? What showed up behind them?
Gasugwe just said Cosmic Dragon.
Oh, that must have been the accessory set that's showing up on the screen behind the guys.
Yeah.
Nothing on IG for that accessory.
Right.
Yet. Oh, hey.
David Williams.
Bringing up David Williams.
Trevor put that case up, or that setup. It's got...
Why?
It's like we're just playing the waiting game here.
It is detachable.
They're going to do it, maybe a tribute?
That's what I'm guessing. We might be getting a David Williams tribute figure here.
Got it. I'm looking at this. I know they're talking with David because he's been doing artwork and designed some of the pins that were from the recent release. But on the screen, this is one vehicle, and then that second vehicle is back here, right?
Mm-hmm.
There we go.
I'm wondering if it's actually one vehicle and trailers
connected. Yeah.
I'm thinking the same thing.
So real quick, this was $25. That's what I thought. I thought that other one was cheaper as well. I thought, yeah,
it was 25.
And that confirms the
yeah.
ports too. You can see the flashlight and that antenna has the same size port as
that's right.
Yeah,
as the tube.
Yeah, that first
a little bit of
$25. That's why we were so blown away by it.
Yeah, it's a smaller accessory set, it seems, but it's still good.
Antipholy and Anthophiles.
And
Gone.
This is
Gone.
The tribute, Motu tribute.
Oh.
Anthrophilius. Huh. Pecan 84.
So Motu tribute. Come on.
Wow.
There it is, the
There
Buzz
it
Off
is.
tribute.
David Williams.
You know, Curtis
Here's
actually called this.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Curtis said that he thought they might do the David Williams Buzz Off tribute.
That would be dope.
Wow.
I think Bill Dorkler owns this, right? Is he the one who ended up with David's custom?
I
I
think
believe so.
Yeah,
I think it is.
so. You know, and I'm really happy for him. You talk about just one of the nicest guys in the world. Like,
Yeah.
to be as talented as he is and yet such a good person.
Mhm.
I got to meet him at the first
Mythic Meetup.
Mythic Meetup in California, and man, what a nice guy. Just
100%.
super cool guy.
Look at those legs. There it is. Oh. Quick comparison. That's David's custom.
Yeah.
This is the production figure based on that custom.
It's so great.
That is hot fire right there. What a good looking figure.
It really is. And again, it's mostly Mythic Legions parts.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just some paint app differences, but
dead on
parts
to it.
wise, it's the same thing minus the axe.
Mm-hmm. So he comes. They have him pictured with a pole axe now, but in the picture he had like the shorter barbarian axe. Man. It's so great.
Yeah, it is that shorter axe. Oops. That is so cool. And if we're right, if I'm right about Bill having his custom, he's got the test shot.
Ooh. Second head.
Second head looks like there it is. Oh, yep. That makes perfect sense.
Head.
Woo, look at that wasp right there. And I'm not talking white Anglo-Saxon Protestants. Woo.
So this is what I was talking about. Now I need 2 of these.
Right? Right? Like that's just how it ends up going with these.
Mm-hmm.
Like because both versions are
that second head is incredible.
Look at that the paint apps on that. Great job. Yeah.
Oh, there it is.
Just confirmed. Dork Layers
That's
Collection.
what I thought.
37.
I'm like, oh, it's so close to Rygon 84, but maybe that's another planet in the system.
Right.
Got you, Ryan.
Yeah.
Oh man,
I love it. This is so good looking.
the metallic blue on the Sphexian head.
Yeah,
is so good.
So striking. Look at that thing. That is cool. I love the Sphexians, man. Those are some of my favorite figures from this wave.
Absolutely.
Sexy Sphexies.
That's the is it the minor one with the big old wide spread mandibles?
Yeah, with the white skin.
Yep.
For carapace, I guess that's not skin.
Wow. There you go, customizers. Keep doing your thing.
Yeah.
They might like what they see at one point.
Yep.
Smart.
Again, that's
smart for the Horseman. Very smart.
It's again just another one of those great things from the Horsemen and how ingrained they are with the community.
100%.
Yeah. And again, David deserves it. Talented
He
guy.
does, man.
He's
His
a really
work
good guy.
Yeah.
I would love the Horseman to continue to reward that kind of behavior because he is a dope guy. Woo. I'm still jonesing for his Link.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He also did a what do you call it? Lionel? I think it was called like a centaur. That was totally Zelda looking. Love it.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't no pictures of the accessory kit, but
Yeah, they're up on Instagram now. Right
oh,
there.
duh, it's this one.
Yeah.
Thanks, man. Almost bit me in the Thraxxon Hunter, eh? Okay, let's see.
Okay,
They're
I might
talking
be
about
a little
it, but not
excited for
showing
this
it.
one.
Because the Thraxxion Scout was like a must-have from the last wave. So
Yeah, can
I
you
ordered-
guys see the little thumbnail of them? Like behind them is what we should be seeing on screen, but
Yeah,
Right.
it's just not catching up to the stream.
it's not
or
syncing
to,
up. They can only got their stills.
unfortunately, their bit rate is a little low.
I like that they're just holding back, on showing the vehicle. They're definitely building up to it.
Welcome to the Arizona.
So one thing I'm noticing, just because I'm looking at the picture of Cog again here,
Oh,
the it looks like they
wow,
got like some
this is
little
not
bump.
at all what I was expecting.
Wait, what? Oh, okay. Oh, very
Mine
skate
hasn't
back.
refreshed yet.
Is that like a skate back mask?
Yeah.
Or is that
Yeah,
what they
it's
look
got
like
a
as a
helmet on
species?
I don't know.
No, this is a Thraxxon, right?
It's
Oh,
a mask.
Yeah, but like
It's gotta
using a
be a
skate back skull, I'm thinking, right?
Yeah.
On that
maybe.
same skate back, I don't know, what do they call them? The Thraxxion scouts? It looks like that
Right.
Yeah.
underneath a skate back skull.
Yeah.
And
You
again,
guys
I love this
remember
kind
when
of like bone armor
Rob
look.
Liefeld, when doing New Mutants or X-Force or whatever, transformed Caleb back? At one
Oh,
point made him
into
all
a horseman.
huge.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he turned into a horseman.
Ironically, a four horseman. Yeah.
Yeah. That's what this
Look at
head
the
reminded
tattered-
me of right away.
The tattered cloak on this guy is awesome.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Canvas looking. I dig it. He's got the bones around him, like a
Yeah, the
armor.
bone armor pieces.
That is cool.
He's got like
See-
a war club that's
Oh,
a
his plane head is
jawbone.
awesome looking too.
What was that, Ed?
His plane head is awesome looking too.
Oh.
Without the skull
Yeah.
helmet on.
Catch up.
So
okay, hello. Enemy mine, but
Right.
big.
right,
And
very
I've said
enemy
this all the
mine.
time. Whenever things remind us of it, it's not an insult, nor is it an accusation of copying. It's like, yeah, they got good taste and influenced by some good stuff, intentionally or not. Look at that.
That body with that head could easily pass for a Predator.
Mm-hmm.
Is that body the same as the torso of Zygar?
Yes,
Okay.
at least that's what it looks like to me. I know the arms and the legs. Well, actually, the arms. Well, yeah, because the arms on the last Thraxxon were the same as Zygar's, but we didn't have his legs. So the legs were specifically the Thraxxons. I love the bone armor. I really like that bone armor.
I love the idea of like taking that kind of barbarian aesthetic, but then putting it into like an alien context.
Yeah, exactly.
John Carter from Mars kind of a thing. Dig it. That's my jam. I love that weapon again, that jawbone.
Yeah, I love it when they do stuff like that. Like, this isn't some technological being. They don't even like forge weapons. Like he just, he wrapped a grip around a jawbone and that's his war club.
Great staff.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I don't know where I'm going to put all this stuff, but geez. What's great about this, the ragged sort of torn cloak is that it's still like from a like tailored garment on the top, but then like cut, I love that.
Mm-hmm.
Cool contrast.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're talking about comparing this to the first Thraxxon, and they've got it in behind them on the TV screen behind them, but not on their stream. I want to see that shot.
Right.
That is cool. That is such a cool helmet.
I wish it was a removable helmet though, but it's a whole separate head.
Right. It is. Yeah. Yeah. The different, like the snarl, on the helmeted head. So
yeah. So cool.
That jawbone is going to be a pretty cool piece to have too.
Right. Like I could see like just giving it to a goblin, giving it to an orc in Mythic Legions.
Necromancer.
Yeah, exactly. Just and again, it's a great part because even if you're not all in about the Cosmiclegions, there are definitely parts that carry over that you could use parts from this for your Mythic Legions.
Oh, absolutely.
Like even just looking at that staff, I actually think that staff would look great with like a swig or one of my mages, right?
Mm-hmm.
Proclivities, said Jeremy. Look at him working that vocabulary into those stories.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just going to keep looking at these vehicles here for a second. You allergic to Lornets? This little caterpillar thing.
That's what I was saying. Like they looks like to be like some little tiny bug. What does he come packed with?
He's a little caterpillar from the labyrinth.
Nice.
I could expect that from a Trevor shot.
Oh God. Whew. Oops. don't know if Cobb is still here, but see, Cobb, we may not need those Masterverse vehicles because Four Horsemen might got us covered.
Right? They might beat everybody to it. You know, I think somebody
vehicles
had
aren't
to
you going to need?
What's that?
What vehicles did you say you wouldn't?
Oh, we were talking last night for our Into the Masterverse. I was just talking about how like the one thing that's lacking from Masterverse is anything other than figures, vehicles, playsets. And so I was like, oh, I could use this. This is working in Eternia. What's interesting is, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, with this set, now I have to find a friggin' adventure team mobile headquarters. Thanks,
Yep.
Cos.
You're welcome. I'm sorry, making us spend more money.
Again, we don't know if this vehicle is going to come up. I highly suspect it will, but look, it lights up here, at least in this photo.
There's no way they're going to keep teasing it and not.
These are
put
like
it out.
twine
Yeah.
and sort of soft goods tying that thing down. Taking notes
Could
from
be
Mexico, maybe.
could be one vehicle and be taken from different angles too, right? It's hard to say.
Like I said, I swear it's got to be like one vehicle with multiple trailers.
Yeah.
And you know what? What's a Vanguard? What's
$200?
You know, I'm thinking
I would ditch all those for this vehicle right here. And I haven't even seen the whole thing yet.
I know, but I'm excited for it. Like, if it's coming with the different accessories and stuff that you kind of see here.
Yeah, like a gas can tied to the side of it. How badass is that?
Right. Like, again, it's so simple, but it's just one of these things. Oh, I think they're about to do it.
He said character, so
I'm super excited that we're getting lizard people with multiple complexions.
Yeah.
Me too, actually. I gotta agree.
The bugs and hey, Kenzo agrees with me. Enemy mine. Sorry, I'm catching up. Yeah, those wings are great. Uh-oh, Nolan. Nolan. It's a beautiful world. Careful.
Oh boy.
A mountain skate back.
Yeah. Agreed, Nolan. That's what I'm intrigued by. I'm going to keep focusing on it. Oh, they're talking about a photo, and I can't see it behind them.
I know. I'm trying to refresh on IG, and it's not popping yet.
Soon.
It's killing me.
Come on, Instagram.
In the meantime, look at this vehicle.
Distraction.
Netting.
Vehicle.
Oh man. Bungie. The character's name is Bungie. Again, it's Bungie. There it is.
What?
Bungie. Look at this boy.
Oh, I love it. I love it.
Oh man,
so
I love the stony nature.
Oh man,
stony.
Wow. That's totally the skate back body.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it is. But again, it's total different paint job, different head on it.
Yeah.
It's got a saddle, so it's a mount.
Oh, there you go. For the stream, they just went ahead and just said, forget the slides. Let's just blow up the real video feed.
Oh, it's a skate back. It is a skate back.
Yeah, it's like a different.
It's called a mountain
variety.
Nice.
So I was hoping we would get a different skate back.
$48.
That Highland mountain's pretty damn close, Oz.
Yeah.
Huh. Who's this Veblian Ogcha? We're gonna meet this Veblian.
I'm digging the tusks. I really like that tusked look.
And I really love that they're working in the soft goods, like slowly, like deliberately into the different pieces, like this little pack here and the twine, the rope. Very cool. Even for the saddle. It just creates a different level of texture. That's pretty cool. You definitely need to take care of it in a different way, but man.
So the entire herd that Bungie here came from was wiped out. That's so sad.
Well, I think I caught. Did he saying that there's actually different sculpt on the arms or legs, right? Like
Yes.
saying like some of these spikes are smaller than the first skate back we got.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not a complete reuse.
No, not at all. They definitely added new tooling beyond just the head. Because again, the original skateback head is very, very different looking.
Very, yeah.
Oh, no, the legs, it's a different kind of spike. It doesn't have as many spikes on the back and on the hindquarters. But the bottoms of the legs are pretty much identical. Oh, the pads of the feet are different.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so Bungie is more plated looking.
Oh, I see. Like the feet are like pachyderm feet instead of like the claws on the
Right
back. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's what he means by the different kinds of feet. And it's a main character.
By multiples, Jeremy, I don't know.
I want to have a herd of skatebacks.
He's really pushing us to buy multiples of this joke.
He's doing his job.
He does it well.
He sure does.
Some may say too damn good.
Just comparing.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm doing the same, Brick.
These are like those things that the Mandalorian rode on with the Ugnaught.
Right.
Yeah.
Except these look cooler than just like a giant head with legs.
Yeah, true.
Mm-hmm.
Akxion.
It's also cool hearing them talk about like the nature of the animals. Again, like they've really invested in developing not just like your everyday characters that we're used to. Like again, Bungie here is a character, but it talks about, you know, they're talking about how these mountain skatebacks, like how they bond very well when they become domesticated and stuff. And it's cool. Like, you know, we're getting Akxion.
There you go. I was going to say they name a character. Veblian. Yeah, it's the same species as Uka.
Yeah.
So
one of these
Akxion
guys
is going to be the same as Uka.
He's a weird looking. I love him.
This is Uka. Let's see what they've got going on here.
Veblian.
Not yet. Not yet. You know what was missing from these shots? The vehicle.
You know what's funny? I'm just noticing too, looking at the pictures of Uka from the first wave, he's got some of those tools on his belt that we just saw, like the little like screwdriver pieces.
Okay, so not necessarily new. See, I forgot at this point. Maybe even the flashlight?
Well, no, here's the thing though. They're not accessories. Like when it comes down to like the sell sheet and like they're showing you everything you get.
Oh, it's built into the belt.
Yeah, it's molded into the belt. So I like the fact that they're going back to older, like here, we sculpted all these details into here. But how cool would it be if we gave people these?
Right.
I like that.
Look at this guy. Look at this guy's legs.
Wow. Look at him. Showing some leg. Ooh.
I dig that collar a lot, man. That's very modern. sci-fi tech gear.
Agreed. And again, he's just a fun-looking weirdo, which I love.
This is totally like giving me like sequel trilogy Aliens, which I love. Like a lot of that mix of tech, like that first four-legged creature that we saw. I forget N.E.W.S riding on in like that mix of like tech and nature.
Yeah,
dig it.
That sniper rifle that he carries pretty badass too.
Hell yeah!
Right?
Is that the same as Zeres? That's cool.
That's what it looks like. Yeah.
Boom. That's
but again,
cool.
different paint job on it that just makes it look great.
Mm-hmm. Like, yeah, this totally gives me Babu Frick vibes. The head part. Yeah, I'll ride for the sequel trilogy, you haters.
And it looks like a shark.
Yeah, that's exactly
like
what I was
hammerhead
thinking. Totally
style.
Cool.
Especially with these colors. Like, I didn't even put that together looking at Urka from the last wave for Oxkrewe, but this one with this blue tint with the white, it's like, yeah, it does. It looks like a shark. It's so cool.
Yeah.
He's talking about the soft goods. Oh, cool.
Yeah, I appreciate that they're talking about the soft goods, like working in slits to be able to grab the weapons. Like, you need that for in quote unquote real life sci-fi, as well as you do in, like, you know, for the figures to pose them up. You want to be able to like get some accessibility to the arms and the limbs, and, you know, get movement in there.
Right. And that's not something that they designed or asked for. It was something that CJ did on his own. He was able to do. So again, just showing that engineering of, again, this was a fan who was making soft goods. They liked the soft goods. Now he's an official member of the team, making all the soft goods for, you know, or designing all the soft goods for their figures. And they're giving him that creative freedom to be like, well, what do you think it needs to make it work?
When I was in the Army in the 90s, we didn't have slits in our fucking ponchos. The English.
Oh, that sucks. That sucks.
Nobody had slits in ponchos.
That's because American fashion design sucks, man.
Clint Eastwood didn't have slits in his ponchos.
You should have bought your stuff from the Japanese. They'd have got you covered. Highly functional and fashionable. Love that big old pocket. Look at that.
Look at the weird legs. Like, just those weird.
I love them. Yeah, I love them.
I was already thinking how I would want to use those with a goblin.
Goblin, yeah.
You know, to have a goblin hunched down like that.
Dude, a dwarf.
Like, well, I was thinking like
loincloth.
Like Gollum.
A little bit more like,
you know,
an actual
he has
dwarf.
A very Gollum look to him.
Yes, he does.
Yeah. Totally does.
But yeah, no, like an armored dwarf from the waist up, but then downstairs he's just like chilling with bare
just
legs.
Picturing a dwarf wandering around the battlefield, Porky Pig in it. Imagining like the quick little steps that he's got to take.
Oops.
Very dangerous over short distances.
I
freaking love this thing.
They just do such a good job of like, yeah, all the storytelling that's in every little element, right? Like the poncho, the headgear, and you're just kind of like sucked into trying to figure this stuff out and imagine what the purpose is. And it's cool. Dig it.
And you know, I went back and I'm looking at Bungie's saddle. Like, they've got ports added to the saddle.
What do they got added to the saddle?
There's ports. There's ports on the saddles. So, like, again,
the back end right here.
Accessories.
Oh yeah, so you can put a flashlight, a hose, and stuff.
Yeah, like you can totally attach stuff to it.
Store your weapons with those clear pegs.
Oh
right? Yeah. Just again, that level of thinking and the engineering they put into this stuff.
Okay, they said that's it for the figures in the wave.
Again, kind of like Oxkrewe Wave 1. It was like kind of, just 5-6 figures and
yeah. But I'm thinking, where's the vehicle? But
coming.
maybe they hold it for Legion's Con? Or is it part of the wave?
So right now, behind, like, on screen, they've got Acha and Bungie standing, like, side by side. And Acha is about just as tall as Bungie is.
That's cool. Yeah, height-wise. Yeah, they've got them real tiny.
Well, it's because of those kind of, like, stubby legs that they got.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I meant their little thumbnail, like on the screen.
Yeah,
for a while they were full screening it. They kind of gave up on the slide presentation, but
right.
I wish they go back to that so you can kind of see them talking.
Yeah, I'm trying to flip back and forth when I can. I'm listening into what they're saying, but
they're showing C. Jessum's prototype pictures right now. I wish we could see them.
Yeah.
I can't even zoom in on that screen.
No, you can't, because they've got themselves tiny.
It's like, nah.
All right. So J-Max in the chat, and he says, Tiger Shark looking ET is my favorite.
A functional bedroll.
That's cool. Functional bedroll for the Tiger Shark ET.
Yep. Totally called it. You said that it was soft goods, and it's like it's more than just a roll.
It is. You can see it on Bungie. It's a soft goods bedroll.
It is. Yeah. That's what I was looking at. The quilting on that thing looks dope.
Yep. Wow.
No one says that's an awesome amount.
Fully functional. And like I was saying, G.I. Joe Adventure Team, and like it's giving me some Adventure Team vibes. This whole wave.
Right.
Completely sci-fi planet, and I'm loving it.
Yeah, you see the quilting on that thing. Very cool.
But again, that's that level of expectation from CJ where it's like he just sets a good standard. And it's him and his wife, right, Brick? It's not just him doing it, it's her as well.
Yeah.
They do such good work.
Caitlin and CJ.
Yeah.
I don't know if like she does the patterning or how that all works, what the breakdown is. I always do wonder because then they talk about CJ. CJ is like, hey, what about Caitlin? But I'm sure they know better than I do.
Did you say $299 for the
$299 all in?
Nice. That's not bad at all.
I know. It's crazy to think that that's what we'd say. It's crazy though when you think about it. Yeah.
I was talking about that last night actually on Offworld, where the type of person I am, I'm in the store and I'm like, I'm not going to buy saltine, like name brand crackers. I'm going to get the store brand crackers. That's way too expensive. But then they'll say 300 for this all in. It's like, oh, what a great deal.
Yeah. It's totally it's collector math.
We all justify our toy math, don't we?
Right.
I mean,
well, that's 37.
This sort of
$37.50 for 8 figures per figure. If you average it out, $300 divided by 8 figures, that's 37.
Oh, a couple more things to show.
Vehicle.
Okay, so they're talking about the artwork, the poster from Tom Whalen. Okay. $50, right?
Oh, wow.
So it's on sale in stock.
Okay. Poster, Tom Whalen.
Yep.
Yeah, if you're unfamiliar with his work, we've seen it before with Cosmic.
Yeah. Does
Including...
such great work in the colors, and it's so good.
I wonder where else I can see those.
All right, he's talking about the Oxkrewe shirts.
Nice.
Where's the vehicle?
So different colors of their Oxkrewe t-shirts.
Yeah,
nice.
Oh man, I really hope they get to upload the rest of those slides though, because they did have some cool comparison stuff going on.
Yeah, I like seeing all the comparison shots with the scaling.
$2.99, yeah.
$2.99 for the all in.
Yeah.
So he's talking with Cornboy right now. For those of you who aren't watching the live stream on theirs.
Yeah, kind of talking about his thoughts on the wave. $9:30. That's Eastern, so in 12 minutes or so it'll go up. I am kind of curious. Hey, look at this stuff. Nothing yet.
I was hoping they would have snuck in at the end there and given us a vehicle, but I guess we're not. Oh no.
Yeah, what do you think is up with that?
I don't know, especially since like even Cornboy himself said like, you know, he mentioned that there was a vehicle.
He meant it as a mount, I think. I think he was talking about Bungie. Yeah.
I'm thinking so. Like that's what he was talking about. I like the idea that we're getting saddles now where you can tie up a bedroll to it. That'll be really cool to see once they implement it in Mythic Legions as well.
Yes.
It's exciting either way. Like there's a lot of really cool new parts. I can't get the image out of my head now of a heavily armored dwarf running through the battlefield with no pants on.
Wait for me.
That's the shock value. He flashes people, it slows them down, and then he takes them out.
Right? Yeah. Like everybody's got to stop and look. Right. And then it's like, gotcha.
Well, I don't know if you caught Brian was saying was saying that they are actually showing the figure in a sleeping bag. So
amazing.
That's really cool. Can't wait to see that. Yeah, and can you imagine that same pattern being used to bring into Mythic Legions? Absolutely, John.
Right? I'm just thinking Dubon needs to have a bedroll on Boreas, right?
Yeah. Yep. Man, that was cool. So yeah, overall reactions. I know I kind of went back to the vehicle. I'm not trying to highlight the thing that's quote unquote missing. I was just I couldn't help it. I love the design.
My own fucking vehicle, so it's okay.
Right.
Yeah,
I'm gonna get that event. Gotta get that mobile command center, and I'm just gonna make my own.
Yeah, I think that's a Legions Con, like Again, okay, wait. Let me just stop there. Let me not talk about what was not there. Let's talk about what was there. What do you all think? Let's start with that, and we'll go work our way down.
I absolutely love the whole space desert western vibe. So this is totally badass,
without a doubt.
I mean, I like the first creature. Bungie's cool, but I like the design of the lowland one better. Just the overall beast look to it, right, with the spikes and all that shit. But that said, all the rest of these figures with the desert vibe and the real just a wasteland type of vibe is just awesome.
Yeah.
Right.
And I love they got another Oxkrewe dude with that big spacesuit, which is really cool too.
Agree with you 100%, Ed. I'm loving. Again, I love every part of this release. I'm certainly not disappointed by any part of it. As a matter of fact, I'm really excited about a lot of the new parts that we're getting out of this one. Giant power suit, we got a whole nother neat little accessory set to go along with things that, again, it's just going to work in so many different, types of setups and world building.
Yeah, for $25 too for those sets. I mean, geez.
Right? That's a great price. You can't beat that. And just even the idea of, right? So Ed, you say you're not a fan of
well, I like Budgie. I just like the original version better just because it's more of a beast mode.
So grab that saddle off a Bungie and throw it on.
Oh yeah, right. Exactly.
Now you got yourself like a war dog kind of thing going. And I think that's a great idea. And just seeing the Buzz Off tribute figure, like
that figure is very cool.
It's so great to see that. I'm just picturing like a termite mound full of like their society, kind of like a very Geonosian kind of idea.
Absolutely.
Like this whole species just sitting.
That's exactly what I thought when I first saw this Phyrexians was the Geonosians.
Right.
I just saw too when Brick was scrolling through, he's got the Valiant Knight neck peg. So that head is going to have, look at the back. Right, that picture from the back.
Oh yeah, yep.
He's totally going to have that a lot of movement.
Articulate.
Yeah, so he can look up when he's flying.
Oh, right, that makes sense from Trevor's shot because he's kind of got that like more flying out. There it is, right there. That ability. Oh, I never even thought about that articulation in the neck with the Sphexian head looking up.
Shoo. That's going to be cool.
I'm definitely getting one of those. I'll probably go all in on this damn thing.
You're right.
It's hard not to. Very hard not to. I want to get like the cog and slap his head on a brute scale body, like a brute scale torso.
How about you, Joe? What are you getting extras of?
Yeah, right. So yeah, anybody that knows me knows I'm going all in. That is a really slow process for me over the next month, deciding which ones to get extras. Nice. Immediately, I got to get an extra of the Buzz Off. I think I want to display one with Mythics and one with Cosmic. Right.
He could definitely fit in the Mythics without a problem, for sure.
Yeah, for sure. And then, gosh, I don't know, that cog, Matt Dooch in the group chat, group chat was saying there's our Beastman head. So
that would be really
cool. Yeah.
I didn't even think about that. You're right. Absolutely.
So, there's something maybe for down the road.
That'll probably be like next year's tribute figure.
I could see the Beastman colors, with the white streak and blue.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. Gosh, I don't, I really like Bungie. And I really like his accessories. I might end up getting an extra of that. For sure, the Thraxxon Hunter. I definitely want to have one of each head, in my display. They both look so good. I love that we got a Thraxxon with a different complexion, so that way, that it's there's subtle differences, but also stark differences because of the colors. So
yes.
And that bone looking armor instead of the wooden looking from the first one. Excited about that.
Love going back to Star Wars, but that guy is very reminiscent of a Tusken Raider also.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
For sure.
That type of vibe, right?
Sure.
That,
Definitely.
Cool.
Agreed. I could see him.
Yeah. Like a panther. Yeah, no.
Right. The Acxion, I really like the parts. You know, I mean, I know, I know the body is very similar, but I'm already thinking how I'm going to be posing him on the shelf, like, or thinking about how I'm going to be. Is he going to be holding his helmet? Do I need two so I can, you know, display him one with each head? Like, this is probably the funnest part for me is over this next month, mulling over these decisions of what I need.
Yeah.
So,
quote unquote need. Yeah, no, I feel that. I think if I can swing it, I definitely, this was an expensive summer, but I would love to go all in on this. That's the thing, you know, people are like, where do you fit this stuff? There's no way, I can't keep everything displayed because there is so much, but like, I don't know. I probably shouldn't, but I love what they're doing. You said it, Ed, like the cowboy western, the dirty space thing. You know, I love Star Wars. I love a lot of that kind of sci-fi from the 70s.
I'm just ready to build like a 4x8 like desert. Bio and just throw these guys all in there with an adventure team vehicle all modified so it fits.
Yeah.
Thanks, Oz.
Yeah. And as people can probably tell, I am very much stuck on this notion of what this vehicle is. And I have no business in getting something like that. But
I remember Trevor. So wasn't there a company from South America that recently did a
fist?
That did a vehicle.
Well, they haven't done it yet, but they're making it. Yeah.
Well, what was Trevor saying about it?
I could have sworn I saw a picture of Trevor with like a Jeep looking.
They have prototypes that they've been taking to the show. So Trevor probably
maybe that's it.
Yeah.
But this is probably a dio that somebody built for him.
Oh,
he knows some pretty amazing dio makers for sure.
Of course. Yeah.
So
well, you know what, too? It's like, you know,
or maybe the studio made it. That's possible too, by the way. Because didn't the studio make the crashed Oxkrewe ship from the last one? Yeah. So this might be something that's
if this is something that's 3D printed, this would be nothing to 3D print. I mean, it would be I'll take a while to 3D print it, but somebody can easily sculpt this in a 3D system without a problem.
Yeah. I'm just intrigued by it, but again, it creates the world. I think it's fantastic.
I'm gonna have to get my 3D printer online and tell them to get working.
I just suspect
what the heck, like, you know, aside and get this done, Travis.
It's the 25th anniversary of the studio. Legion's Con is coming up. Everyone's talking dragons. I know, but like they've been dancing around it. So even if it's not a dragon, even if it's not this thing, there's stuff to be revealed.
Well, the thing about
it's fine, but
the thing about the vehicle too, just looking at what we can see of it, it's probably as much as the all-in just for the vehicle. If they were going to do it, it would be $300 to $500.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Whew. Well, either way, I'll just say before because I do got to get going. But I will say the figures are dope. Like, I will say this one feels like it might definitely stick out a little bit. I'm trying to think both in terms of like. I'm just thinking it's story-wise or whatever, but
he actually said that this does not belong to the story.
Right. Okay. So, thank you. I missed it. Regardless, I was just going to say it's amazing that we're getting it and we have an opportunity to get this tribute figure. And again, it uses Spexians are some of my favorites. So that part right there is fantastic. You know, I know we saw it with what's his name, the horseman, the disease dude, the pestilence guy,
Oxus.
Yeah. But it's cool to kind of see more of that in the line. I'm intrigued by that. I really love a lot of these figures, but I am definitely drawn to the soft goods tech mix.
Oh yeah.
So whether it's this guy or the first two figures that we saw,
yes,
I'm all about that, man.
That first one that they showed off is amazing. I love the whole design of that first character that showed off.
Those wasteland vibes.
Yeah, that is so cool. Yeah. I love the design of that helmet. How it comes down into that point in the front of the face and all that.
Yep.
You know, it's funny. I see myself taking the soft goods from each figure and working them onto one figure in a way.
Right.
You know,
and it's not even just the capes, but even the undergarments. This stuff here is
Right.
so good.
Yeah, like she herself is a big standout for me, just for the coloration, the way the soft goods are layered on her.
The use of that head.
The head on there. Absolutely amazing. It's incredible looking toy. So cool. And honestly, it's either head. I would definitely go more unarmored head than armored. But again,
this is one you could have. Wrong. You could have the unhelmeted head, and then have the helmeted head be like her bodyguard or something. They look so different with the different heads on there. I mean,
There's that again, trying to tell us to get more than one.
Joe, buy two.
You might have convinced me, Ed. You might have convinced me.
Right? I mean, you could definitely just get like another tusk and paint it to match.
Oh man. Well, hey, shout out to the Four Horsemen again. They deliver with just really cool designs. Like they've successfully established a world with Mythic Legions, and now they've ventured off into this new line with Cosmic, and it just keeps going. Like with each wave, there hasn't been much of a repeat in terms of aesthetic. If you look back at the waves, obviously this one is there's some vibes connecting back to book one, but like every wave introduces some new look and feel. So I feel like they teased what we got in this one with I'm forgetting her name again, Kern. In terms of that mix of tech and soft goods. She was the one figure that was like that, and then we get to this one, we get a little bit more of it. So I dig what they're doing.
Hopefully they reveal that picture without the pixelization now, because I think Kern Ray with those first two reveals are going to look so good together.
Yep.
Hell yes. Shout out to Trevor. Great freaking photos.
Always
pulling us in. And shout out to you guys, man. Thank you again for joining me. And like actually thank you to Oz for reminding me. He's like, hey, we're gonna do that again. It's like, oh, of course. And thank you to Joe for joining us. This is the
thank you guys for having me. I would have enjoyed watching it on my own, but it was way more fun watching it with you guys.
That's why we do this, because it's a good time.
Well, let's do it. Let's keep it going for every big Legions, whether Mythic or Cosmic reveal, man. Let's do it if we can, if we're available.
Absolutely.
Right on. And yes, before we go, thank you, John. The pre-orders are now live. And just as usual with all the Four Horsemen pre-orders, it is a huge saving when you do that all-in price. If you do the math, of course, shipping's a factor. They didn't mention anything. So man, I'm getting spoiled by that $10 flat rate shipping, but I know that's not the reality here. But still, it's not bad. I still end up saving money. Yeah, like I'm sure you and I, Joe, even though we're on the western side of things, we still end up. It's still worth it to do the all-in.
Oh sure. Yeah, absolutely. Just the savings on the price from the figures.
Yep.
100% make it worth it. So to me, anyways.
All right, folks.
Jump over to Oz's channel.
Yeah, so everybody head over to the Ozstradamus Toys Clubhouse every Saturday
and don't forget about your posters. I just ordered mine. So if you want an Oxkrewe too,
go grab it. Joe got quiet there. No wonder Joe got quiet. Okay, so Oz, what's the focus tonight? And then we'll close it out.
Well, we're going to talk some more about this with everybody who wasn't here with us live now. We'll show it off, let people know what's going to be available there. And that's right, John. Absolutely, brother. If you want, I'll shoot you the link. You can join us. Yeah. But I've got a ton of stuff to unbox tonight. So, Ed, you're going to be manning the chat quite a bit.
Got it, brother.
I got vampires of both the pale and chocolate variety to open. I've got I got another skeleton. I opened one skeleton last night on Let's Go Off World, but I saved the other one for me. Dude totally gives Harryhausen vibes.
Real quick, I got to give a shout out to Joe and to Terrence because they picked me up a skeleton from Ishkan, so that'll be coming in the mail. Thank you, brothers. Appreciate it.
Absolutely. Terrence texted me this morning in anything that you want. And I was like, hey, would you send Ed a skeleton? So I was working on it, but but kind of hitting a wall. And of course, Terrence is the guy that comes through. You know,
of course. Like I said, not surprising.
Terrence is, Terrence is the remote shopper of the toy community for everybody, because he manages to get to a lot of these conventions, and he's all about it. He's absolutely outstanding. He's one of the best people out there. If you guys aren't following Terrence Next Toy on IG, make sure that you go follow him, because he's always, man, it's nuts. He's nuts. So Trevor's asking if we're going on right after this. We're going to go ahead and start at 10. I gave myself a little bit of break because you all know I like to smoke. So I'm going to go hop outside.
Got to get coffee made.
Got to get the coffee made. All I had was my tea for my pizza. So now I got to go get some coffee.
Cool.
But we'll get that going. Trevor, if you're able and want to jump in, I know you're live at IshCon, but if you want to jump in and chat us or take us around IshCon, we'd love to have you. I'll shoot you the link, brother.
Cool. And if my wife and kids are in the car right now watching this, and I've been lying to you on my phone saying I'm heading out, I swear I'm gonna go. Hint, hint, wink, wink,
have
guys.
a good one.
I gotta go. Peace, y'all.
This is still live. I don't know that he ended the stream.
Well, this is awkward.
Very awkward, because I'm not a partner on his channel, so I can't end his stream.
Nope.
All I can do is leave studio, but I need to let him know the stream has not ended. Oh, I don't have a cell phone number for him either. Oh, this is terrible. Oh, gosh. Guys, I'm going to try to get in touch with Prick so that I can let him know the stream is still live. Thank you all for being here and joining us tonight. We'll see you guys later.
Good night, everybody.
Now I can't leave.